what's going on, everybody out there all across the land. You know, you're tuned into the number one station on the net, period, Hotline Radio. And you listen to the Keith Harris Show with your guy, Keith Harris, and that's me. Listen, as I told you before, we have a very special guest on the phone with us today, international vocalist, as a matter of fact. Before we get into that, I want to let you all know the number to call in to join the conversation or to talk to my man, which I'm going to continue introducing to you in just a second. But just to get this out here now, because I know sometimes the phone can start ringing and they get plugged up and backed up and everything. The number to dial, area code, is 252-526-1318. 252-526-1318 to join the conversation. Call up, give shout outs, or speak to our special guest. Now, our special guest is the one and only, none other than Tony Eroz. How you doing, man?
I'm doing really great, really great, man. Thank you so much for having me as a guest. I'm really honored and looking forward to this conversation.
Hey, look, man. I'm glad we can have you on today. As a matter of fact, you know, I had a chance to myself to just check out some of your music and even your videos and stuff like that, man. And I tell you what, like, you know, first of all, they hot, but you know, before we get into that, let everybody know where you're from, though.
Where I am from?
Yeah.
I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic, and I lived there until I was a young man, and then I relocated to New York City, and I have been here ever since. So I can say I am Dominican, American, New Yorker, from New Jersey, so I have a little bit of different places.
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, you know, obviously you got a heavy Dominican culture in New York and Jersey anyway, you know, repping hard. So that's what's up, man.
Thank you. Yes, definitely. You know, when you live somewhere, you grow roots, you learn from the culture, and you become part of it. So I can definitely say that I'm a fortunate man about that.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, at what age or what point in time in your life did you decide? Now, as a young lad or a young man, were you running around singing at an early age, just singing different songs from your favorite artists?
Absolutely. I knew that I loved music at a very early age. And I could say it was probably 5 years old. I used to put on shows and performances for people, and, you know, and I knew that I loved to entertain people and just, you know, make them feel good, make them have a laugh, you know. I knew at a very young age.
Right. Now, so what, like, you know, when you was doing that then, like, how at what age did you kind of get into your own songs? Because I know some people, when they're young, you know, you're singing the songs from your favorite artists, but then sometimes you're kind of making up your own, you know, jingles as well, and you know, kind of singing your own tunes. Did you ever have a vibe back then that you know, any favorite song or any favorite thing you used to like singing about when you was younger?
Absolutely. I started recording and writing my own songs around 15 years old. I started coming up with my own concepts, just like you said. You know, you come up with your own jingles and you start digging into that. My biggest influences were American 80s music. You say Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson. You know, all the pop culture from the 80s and the 90s was a really big influence on me.
Okay. You know what? And that kind of look, and obviously those are some of my favorites too, as everybody. Now, how being Dominican, how were you able to? Which is done, but this is like a question for people worldwide, because we're familiar with it. But just for the people out there listening from different parts of the world, how were you able to collaborate, you know, the whole, you know, Spanish language and the Dominican style along with the American style, because you sing in both, you know what I mean? And you have people who listen to the Spanish versions. You have people who listen to the English versions. How was you successful in making your songs, appreciated by both sides?
I think it's my deep roots in my culture. Dominicans are very happy people that like to party. They dance merengue and bachata, and we have our own music and culture. And the American influence that I had as a young man played a really big part in that. Like, as a teenager, maybe listening to 50 Cent when he first came out had a really big impact. That's why in my music you can hear some sorts of rap, if you want to call it pop rap. So it's like a mush of all the influences that I had, plus the background of music that we have in the Dominican Republic.
Okay. So yeah, and from that you was able to. Then I got to ask you this question. Oh, okay, so you were dancing. So you're obviously a good dancer, I assume.
I'm decent, I would say.
All right. I guess okay, because when we think of that, man, like everybody wants to know the moves. You know what I'm saying? Like when like you say, in you guys' culture, there's that happy vibe. There's dancing. There's throwing your hands there, and there's always that good vibe to it. So. I guess okay. So, but now you grew up when you was going to parties. You obviously danced a lot, right? Were you the dancer guy, or were you kind of just the guy that was up on the wall looking cool? Like, which one were you?
I think a combination of both. I really danced a lot coming up. In the culture you must, because it's part of the social aspect.
Yeah.
It determines how cool you are. The whole being part of society. This society is very happy, dancing. You must engage in that. And then as I got older, I also took a step back and, just seeing everybody do their own thing.
Yeah.
And then exploring other cultures that are maybe different from mine.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was the same way. When I was younger, I was all over the floor. As I got older, I sat back a little bit like, maybe I'll sit back and watch everybody else do it. I was more focusing on chatting, and talking, than I was so much as dancing around. But look now, okay, because we got two of your hits to play, so we'll get into one right now. As a matter of fact, and Naughty is the one that's a bit of the English and the Spanish combined into one, or is that Dreams?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so Naughty is the one. All right. So listen, why don't you introduce this song right here? And look, I like to say debut, but you've been pumping already. You've been you've been on your business and you've had your songs out already. So we'll say first debut on the Keith Harris show. Well, at least we'll say that. And why don't you introduce this song to all the listeners out there for everybody, Tony?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, now debuting on the Keith Harris show, Tony Eroz, my single, Let's Get Naughty. Make sure you listen to it, and I hope you love it.
Check it out right here on the Keith Harris show, myself and Tony Eroz. Here goes Naughty. Everybody out there, you listen to the Keith Harris show right here on Hot Line Radio, and of course we got my man Tony Eroz on the line with us. And look, that was Naughty. Now listen, Tony, look, first of all, that was a hot song and it was really up tempo, and I know everybody's in the club jamming when that song comes on. Tony?
Come again, yes.
Yeah, Tony. I didn't know if we lost you for a minute. I was like, yeah, but that's an up tempo song right there. It's one of those songs that I know everybody's in the club jamming when it comes on.
Yeah, the song I wrote it with, like we were saying before, you were saying, if I like to dance and stuff like that. Everybody that goes to the club loves to have a good time and, to have fun music to dance to. I wrote it with that in mind. You go to the club and you meet somebody and you dance, you have a good single and you're looking for somebody who you may like, and to build a good conversation and have a good time. So that's pretty much that's what we did with that song.
Right.
And we shot a video for it, which is on YouTube.
Yeah. Look, I noticed how you tried to put that so eloquently nice about being at the club and looking for somebody. Look, I said, I'm thinking to myself, Tony, just come out and say it, man. If you're at the club looking for love, or if you're trying to find somebody to take home that night, you know what I'm saying? Let's just call it what it is. You was like, if you are trying to settle down.
Hey, we're all young at some point, and we like to have fun. You go to the club as a guy, being single. You go out there and you want to meet a beautiful girl who you want to have a good time with. You want to dance. You want to get her number. You want to look good. You want it to look good. So that's what it is all about. Exactly,
and that's one of those songs that when you feeling all of that, when you dressed up good, you look good for the night. You just got paid. You going to the club. You got your confidence with you. That's one of those songs that when it come on, you can just kind of swerve your way on over. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You got to take your lady to the dance floor and show her the moves.
Exactly. Now, speaking of the moves, like you just mentioned, the video was crazy for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen you in the video, and you brought everything you just named to the table. You looking fly in the video. You got the ladies walking around. They show up in the spot. Just how was it? Was it fun for you shooting that video?
It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun atmosphere. Everybody that was there had a good time and made that possible. It was really great. I had a fun time, I gotta tell you.
I know that's right. Hey, look, is that your first video being in? Your first video you did?
It's my first video for my project, for the Tony Eroz EP.
Uh-huh.
And I have participated in other videos behind the scenes, but this is my first time having my own video come out and be shot and being the main role in the video.
Oh, okay. Listen, I want to remind everybody the number to call in to talk to Tony is area code 252-526-1318. And now, as a matter of fact, to get that ball rolling, we have a caller on the line now. You listen to the Keith Harris Show with my special guest and main man, Tony Eroz. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Keith? It's Jose Masonette.
Hey, Jose. What's going on, player?
Hey, what's up? I was going to call earlier, but I heard you guys mention that you was going to play Naughty, and I had to listen to my song real quick, so...
Hey, Tony, did you hear that?
I hear that.
Hey,
Thank you so much for calling, Jose. No problem, man. Listen, kids, this guy is extremely smart, okay? And he's actually partially responsible for me even opening my eyes towards my potential and doing what I'm doing now.
Oh, word?
Okay? It's him. It's directly him. So, he's my big bro, and I had to call him to support him. This guy is like, I actually think of him as a mentor also. He's an amazing person, and just, thank you for everything, Angel, for always helping me and being there for me and supporting me, and just, like I said, he's the one who helped me to start opening my eyes to what I'm doing now.
Right. Hey, look, man, he did a great thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got both sides covered. You got the theatrical, you got the movie side covered, and he got the music covered.
Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, look, I gotta ask you, man. I was just talking to Tony then about how that jam Naughty will have everybody moving and grooving, right? And you said you was listening to it before you called in. Did you think about busting a 2-step to it, Jose?
I was actually in the video, and you can kind of catch me doing that.
Oh man, look at it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, I wasn't,
Yeah.
I had to hold back because, can't let all the craziness out on camera, but we had a great time, and, thanks again to Angel for even letting me be a part of that project. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah.
Tony, you can hear, right?
Absolutely. Jose mentioned that. He's a very talented young man, a great friend of mine, and somebody who has a bright future in front of him. Thank you so much for calling, Jose, and thank you for your support.
Okay, no problem. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your interview, man. You're doing a great job. You're not nervous or nothing. You're killing it. Keith, you always do amazing work, man. So we'll talk after the show. And Angel, thanks again for everything, man. Like, seriously, you're the man. Okay? And I'll let you guys get back to it, all right? Thanks, guys.
All right. Hey, look, Jose, appreciate you calling in, bro. We'll talk soon.
All right, man.
All right, my man. See, there go the support, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing right there. And that brings me to another question also. You know, just about production wise and things like that. Who comes up with the music for your songs? Like, do you do some producing yourself, Tony, or do you have people who work with you on the tracks? Or
I have a lot of people that are in the industry that help me come up with the music, the production, angels like Jose. There's a lot of great people around me who I call my angels, who are people that enlighten me and help me. And the production side, yes, the person that creates all the musical compositions, his name is Dynamic Productions, and he's based in Tampa, Florida.
okay,
He's a great producer. He comes up with I come up with the concept of the song, I songwrite it, and we work on musical compositions. He's a great guy.
okay. Now, when do you find that you write your best songs? I mean, or not your best songs, because they're all good. But at what point in time do you feel like you come up with your best idea for songs? Some people write in the morning. Some people, you know, sit up in the middle of the night and they get their best songs out of them. What's your best time to write?
I would say when I'm out walking around, I love to walk around the street and looking at people and their behavior. And the ideas just start coming up to my mind and melodies. And then I come home and just, you know, jot them down, get on the keyboard and work on the melody and just come up with a draft. So I would say whatever the idea hits me. Sometimes I'm walking around. Sometimes I could be in the house doing something or at the gym. Anywhere the idea comes, I try to capture it and then I build on that.
Oh, okay. So, you know, so when people listen to your songs, they can get different feelings from your music. I mean, sometimes, you know, it might be about, you know, hooking up and love and romance, and then sometimes it might be about life or just what people are going through.
Yes. My music, whether it is a club banger or it's a love song or an inspirational song, I love to touch people's lives and, you know, bring my emotions, my happiness into their lives and to whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish and whatever they identify themselves with.
Okay. Yeah, and that's real important because people like to you know, people like to be able to relate to the music, you know, that they're listening to and things like that. Now, we're going to go to another track by you also. This one's called Dreams, as a matter of fact. Tell us a little bit about this one. And this is the Spanish version. So for everybody out there, get ready to get your groove on, you know, to this song as well. You know, and tell us a little bit about this song too, Tony.
This song is all about pursuing your dreams and following your heart, being who you are, believing in yourself, and just going out there after the things that motivate you, the things that make you feel good. And that's what's life about. And that's the reason why I do music, because I want to impact other people into pursuing and being themselves.
Absolutely.
So this song is all about dreams. Chase your dreams. Be yourself.
That's what's up. And again, to let everybody else know, you know what I'm saying, this song is in the Spanish version. You know, we're a multicultural station on here, and we worldwide. So we we definitely like to have the variety and spread that around. So listen, the music's great and it's hot, and when it's hot, we keep it in rotation. So here's Dreams by my man Tony Eroz right here on the Keith Harris Show. Y'all don't touch that dial. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this song and find out a little bit more about what we can expect from Tony in the near future. Here's Dreams by Tony Eroz. What's going on, everybody out there all across the land? That was Dreams by Tony Eroz, another hot track. Now we're going to get into that and talk about that song with Tony. Before we do that, we have a caller on the line. And hold on, one quick thing I want to say, because the lines are blowing up. For everybody out there calling to get in right now, if you can't get through, you already know to just keep calling back. The lines are hot, they're red, they're blowing up fast. So just keep calling until you get through. Once again, the number to dial is area code 252-526-1318. All right, caller, you're on the line. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Lars Rizzo. I'm a close personal friend of Tony Eroz. He's a big influence in my life, and we're always hanging out and talking about very, very philosophical things. This guy is incredible, absolutely incredible. I just wanted to call in and show my support and show the world how much I love you.
Oh man, that's heavy right there. You know, and a lot of people are saying, you know, this is the next person who's called in and said that how smart you are, Tony. Like that's a good look, man.
You have no idea.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I gotta tell you, I have incredible, amazing people who are smart, who are beautiful, who are empowered, and they are looking to live a life pursuing their dreams and being themselves. And that is the key to my success, is the people around me, the people that support me. Mm-hmm. And the people that believe in me and listen to my music. They are the reason why I do this.
Hey, that's what's up. That's swell right there. Caller, where you calling from?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okay, New Jersey in the building. Shout outs to New Jersey once again.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I'm an educator.
Thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I'll see you soon.
Hey, thanks for calling in too, caller. We appreciate the patience, brother.
Thank you very much, man.
All right. Yeah, I had to say that though, Tony, man, because you know everybody's like, Tony's so smart. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, we know he's making good music, but you know, obviously this man is smart too. But listen, so a bit about Dreams. I know you told us that's has to do with following your just kind of pursuing what you want to pursue in life, and I think that as callers are calling in as well, it goes along with what you're saying in the song, and the fact that you seem to be inspirational, and I think that's a really big deal. What can we expect? Listen, what can we expect in the future? Can we expect an EP coming out, or any more singles, or?
Absolutely. In the future, we are currently working on new songs that we're going to put together for this summer, and we're going to be releasing singles along the way, more music to come. Mm-hmm. And we're working on a lot of great things, and with the support of these amazing people, anything is possible. So definitely just expect a lot of great music, positive, inspirational, and fun.
Okay, that's what's up. Listen, Tony, we got another caller on the line. Caller, you listen to the Keith Harris Show with Keith Harris and Tony Eroz. Who's calling?
Yes, sir. This is your boy Vegas, Jersey City 201.
Vegas.
And I want to give a big shout out to my man Tony, doing big things. Got that big single coming out. I'm very proud of him, man. He's been an established artist for a long time. And right now, I truly believe he's going to take over the Spanish game, English game. And, mad props to him, man. Mad props.
That's what's up.
I really appreciate that. I really feel the love. Thank you so much, Nelson.
That's what's
Yes, sir, man. I mean, I wish you the best. The material's good. This guy got the only work ethic that I've seen since I first met him, like maybe 3 years ago. Very positive. The music is very positive, and I mean, I truly believe that the world is his, man. It's just the perfect timing. That's what we call it, the perfect timing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, caller, you got any shout outs while you're here?
Entire Jersey, New York, all of my friends, my family, my fans, the people that believe in me, the people whose lives have touched my life and whose lives I've touched. I send you love. I send you strength. I send you my thoughts. Stay with me.
No doubt. Hey, look, Tony jumped on. Tony, that's what's up. Jumping on the shout outs. Hey, caller, how about you? Any shout outs for you?
I mean, I just want to shout out to, like I said one more time, my man Tony.
Right.
I want to shout out, 201, the Holding City, and, to all the money getters out there, man.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Be about your paper. Hey, look, caller.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Look, thanks for calling in and showing your support, too, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right,
One. Tony Tone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Look, the love is definitely in the building, and people are receiving your music. Let me ask you, how has it been? And I guess it's pretty obvious with just seeing the response and how people are receiving you, even just with the call-ins. But outside of the call-ins, just in your everyday life, man, and people around you, how's the love? How have you been receiving the love? Like, are people, have they been supportive?
It has been a very incredible journey. I have learned a lot about myself. I have found out who I really am as a person, as an artist, and people have definitely supported. People love the music, and people showed me a lot of love, and they're proud of what I'm pursuing. And, people in life, they have goals, they have dreams, and very few have the courage to go after them and withstand what it takes to be successful at it. And a lot of people commend me for that.
Right. And again, I want to let everybody know, because for the callers that are calling in, because you got about 6 more minutes to call in. Again, the area code and phone number to dial is 252-526-1318. Now, I know we were talking about before, and I just kind of wanted to brief on it again because callers were calling in. I know you spoke about what what we can expect from the future, and I hate to drag you through the same thing again, but we can look for more music coming out from you. How soon from now?
Within the next few months, for sure.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, where is your music, now available? Because I know I was able to go in there and find your songs. I mean, you're already out there. As a caller just said a few minutes ago, you're already established and you're doing your thing. And I know you always looking to grow. But where can people go find your music? Purchase your music or follow you on social media or anything?
They can find all the information they want to find and they need to find on my website. It's TonyEroz.com. That's TonyEroz.com. I am on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They can follow me at Tony Eroz, TonyEroz. And we have music available. I'm available on iTunes. I'm available on Google Play. Any platform that sells music or music is shared, they can definitely find me. They just have to type in my name.
Right. Now, what's been the most enjoyable part? Because I know you're working hard. This is not, what you do is by no means all fun. There's a lot of work involved. But what's been the most fulfilling, for you about this successful journey that you've been on? What's really touched you the most?
What has touched me the most is seeing the reaction that people have when they see me perform or when they listen to the music. It's very fulfilling. There's nothing more gratifying than that, because it tells me as an artist that it was worth it to create something.
Absolutely. I can feel that, because you can tell that you've given something to your fans. Because look, music changes lives in a lot of ways. You have people who are having bad days, and you can have a good song, and it just changes their mood, or it gives them the push to go on. It's therapeutic.
Yes, it is.
No doubt. Speaking of shows, do you have any shows lined up in the near future, or you kind of working on those? Or anything you want to plug? Or
I'm working on getting the schedule set up and the performances set up for this coming season. I had the opportunity to participate as a host a weekend ago in Long Beach, California, at an event, a nonprofit that's from Connecticut. If I could talk about that, it would be perfect.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I had the opportunity to host for, it's called WHCC, as a nonprofit that travels all around the country bringing awareness to people about other cultures, groups that perform and they sing and they dance and they represent different countries in different languages. So at travel shows, they come and they put on a performance. I was able to facilitate that this past weekend, and it was a great experience. As far as shows, I have had the opportunity to perform at different stages with different people from different languages, and it's been amazing. I am definitely setting up my schedule for the season coming up. People interested in seeing me should visit my website. All the updates are going to show up there. And just follow me on Facebook. It's the best way to follow me in my career. Constantly posting updates and stuff like that there.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you follow me. That's a good thing. The event that you said that you was involved in as well. That's a really good look, and as well, it gives back to the people, and I think that's absolutely important to to just kind of stay grounded and showing people how much you appreciate their support.
Yes, sir. As an artist, I can't be anything without other people and their support.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Listen, Tony, it's been wonderful talking to you. I want you to know you're welcome to come back on the show anytime you like, number one. Number two, I'd love to keep your songs in rotation here on the station for everybody to tune in and listen to, if that's all right with you, my man.
It is definitely a pleasure to be on the show, and it'll be my honor if you have me on rotation.
Hey, I got you covered, man. And look, listen, when you get the shows and stuff lined up and you get your schedule, your itinerary together, let's link up and let's, come back on the show and let's talk about it and give everybody a bit of a rundown as to where you're going to be or what city or towns you're going to be in, so that they know when you're coming up and they can go ahead and get them tickets and go out, enjoy some good music. Take their lady or their man out, go out and enjoy some good music and have a good time and show their support.
Sounds like a plan to me, man.
All right. Listen, everybody out there, listen, in case you tuned in late or you didn't catch all of myself and Tony Eroz conversation, this talk will be posted on social media a little later on this evening, so you can go there, you can check it out. I'm sure you'll be able to check it on his website. You can also go to YouTube and find it on my page. You can check it out on Facebook and everywhere like that. So there's no reason for you to miss it, no excuse for you to not hear it. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you tune into it. Listen, Tony, look, you're doing wonderful things, man. We congratulate you on all your success so far and wish you much more continued success. I thank you for coming on. Stay blessed, my brother, and do your thing, and we'll be talking soon, Tony.
Thank you so much. It's been my honor. Best of luck, and people, please keep tuned in and follow the show, Keith Harris Show, and make sure to stay tuned in.
That's what's up. Tony, we'll be talking to you soon, man. Look, don't get snowed in up there, bro.
Nah, I got a shovel here.
All right, my man. I'll be talking to you, Tony. Everybody, Tony Eroz.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. Everybody, that was Tony Eroz, international singer, international vocalist, really down-to-earth cat. Great vibes about him. I like that, and it shows in his music too. Real expressive, good music, up tempo, upbeat, and and the support is definitely there too, as you see with the people calling in. And so I also want to send a special shout out and a thanks to everybody who called in and showed their support too. I know I appreciate it, and on behalf of Tony Eroz, I'd like to say thank you too. I know he greatly appreciates it. When people get involved and show that they really, that they care. You know what I'm saying? To represent their people, to hold their people down. That's mad love. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people take that for granted. Not everybody gets it. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for me to point that out and show respect to everybody who called in and decided to show their support for this gentleman. It's amazing, and we like to keep that. Tony, big shouts out to you. Big shouts out to your whole team, your whole music team, your whole street team, everybody who helps you do what you do. And we'll be talking to you soon. Everybody, you listen to the Keith Harris Show right here on the #1 station on the net, Hotline Radio. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back with another special guest coming up in just a few minutes. Matter of fact, Joanne Thomas, founder of the Fantastic Horror Film Festival, will be on the show with me. So don't y'all go nowhere. Big shouts out once again to Tony Eroz in the building. Don't you touch that dial. You listen to the Keith Harris Show.